Are we live? Are we live? Are we live?
Do that?
Are we?
Yes, we're live.
Are we
We're
live?
live. We're live now. We're now live. Yes, everybody, thank you very much for coming back tonight to the Pigsty. As you've seen in the title, we're going to have an open mic night tonight. We've started off with a couple of people. We've got 2 slots open. We have a special guest. If anyone doesn't recognise in the top middle who that is, does everybody know who that is? If you don't know, that's David Worley. For all the new folk in the Pigsty. David, would you like to let all the new folk know who you are? Because they missed you. All the old folk have missed you.
The old folk have, the new people have yet to hate me. So I started maybe 2018, must have been 2018. Had a couple of summers in America, came back after meeting some crazy people, started an atheist podcast, and really early on got in touch with people like Aaron Ra, Cosmic Skeptic, and then it just sort of snowballed from there until about February. Then I just sort of stopped. And I've now moved to a farm, and everything's lovely. So,
You live in a farm?
How's everyone? Yeah, a farm.
Okay.
I know. Sister's horses going neigh.
Do you walk about in the fields with no
Had
clothes
a
on
great
and just
time.
let the wonderful air flow all over your body, you know?
Just spin.
Stephen, if you wanted to shout out now, everybody knows who the fuck you are, but you want to try anyway?
Yeah, so I am continuing my several long year kind of almost like half trolly moment where I just pop onto different people's live streams just to bump up sex appeal. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah, you stole that off me. That's my idea. That's why I go on yours. But
Well,
we help each other out. 2 good-looking
Yeah,
Irish guys.
yeah,
What are we gonna
yeah,
do? Like,
yeah.
you know?
both of us fucking built for hardship, boy. Built for hardship.
Why is the fucking cameras all vanished?
I was just going to say that.
I was
Yeah, I'm
wondering
actually
that.
looking at the live stream. On
Yeah,
my-
it looks
my
so much
phone.
better.
Oh, right. I'll be back in 1 second. That's where did they go?
What did you do?
Where did they
It's a
go?
good
Right,
question.
I'll be back in a second. Reloading, refreshing.
Oh,
No, if Dave's around,
Yeah.
he'll let that happen.
I can't believe that.
we have hashtag blame Dave going in the live chat. I think that's what. Yeah, that's blame Dave. Blame Dave.
I know, Dave, you should be
Dave's
here.
fault.
Oh, where's the hashtag?
It's lost the feed from all the cameras.
Wow. What did you do? Dave, we need you. We can't live life without you.
It's literally
Yeah,
lost all the camera feeds. That's just right. Hold on, we have a backup for this. We have a backup.
Can they hear us?
Yes, everybody can still hear us.
Yeah. There should be.
Wonderful.
That's actually MathPig. I think that like this right now, I think is like exactly what happened to me. Like, remember I had texted you on.
Oh no, the camera
Twitter
feeds are
a
there.
couple
This.
days ago?
What are you saying, Dave? What's the crack? What do you think?
I think it's working. This side of it's working fine. What the hell's you done to your OBS?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, it doesn't matter. We're gonna. I'm gonna fix it now in a wee second.
He missed you so much that he fucked up his entire stream just to get you in here.
Yeah, just
I'm
like,
going again in a second.
I know.
I'm too sleepy.
You will be fine because you know how cool I am. I will get it going in 1 second.
It just took me about 2 minutes to find the hashtag on my Magic Keyboard. I got a Magic Keyboard from Apple, and they've got like the 3rd symbol. You know when you press Shift and it goes to like pound coin or dollar sign, and then
Got
has
my-
a 3rd symbol, and I'm like, "Where's that button?" But I worked it out.
Well, I'm just running. I'm having to switch it to the backup. That's all. It's fine. It'll take 2 seconds. This is why, Stephen, you don't delete your backups.
well, I did. Okay,
You did.
I did, but I got them back much quicker than I was kind of expecting to get them back, though.
Well, you know, to fix this is really easy. It's called just like refreshing. But I can't refresh OBS while we're streaming, so we're going to just run with the backup. There we go. We're all back again. Oh, mine is in first place now.
Hey.
And we'll swap
As it
that.
should be.
There we go. Get out of my box. Get out of my box. That's my box. Right. Okay, I'm gonna now have to look like this at the camera. Hi, everybody. So, how are we all doing tonight? Yes, Dave. You joining us now, Dave?
No, I'm going. I'll see you later.
Oh,
Bye,
See you later,
Dave.
Dave.
Thank you.
You
Bye,
knew I
Dave.
was gonna fix it. You were all right. So yes, and I just need to pop the chat for the live chat back again on screen, and now I can see what everyone's doing. There, right, we're all up and running again. Okay, as I said, thanks everybody for coming. We're all having a great time, fucking brilliant, and yeah, labels stereotyping, how they drive tribalism. That statement alone, I've got some feedback from the chat that is, why is this a bad thing? The first thing Dave said to me when I said it was, why is this a bad thing? I never said it's a bad thing. Tribalism isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if I could go round the room and ask everyone to say, pick 5 labels, 5 words, phrases that would define you, that you would find, like if I was, yeah, Maya, we'll go with you first.
I hate labels. Because I mean, I don't know. It's really hard for me to find a label that like I'm willing to accept. I am a girl, mother, wife, employee, American.
I wasn't counting, but I'll trust your numbers. Crafty, jump in the fuck. David, we will go with you next.
5. So straight white male, privileged.
Oh, look at
That's
you going for
questionable.
the sympathy vote. All right,
Mhm.
okay, right, go on. What else?
I mean, it's farm fuckers.
Oh jeez. I'm gonna get into the 5th in a minute. But I do hate the way that everyone is stereotyped. But I do also realize that it is purely evolutionary in that we have developed to form in groups, out groups, whatever benefits our way of living, our way of life, our systems that we are dependent on. If something is in opposition to that, then we are naturally going to oppose it. It's just a process of finding out what is the in group, what is the out group.
Yeah, I know that's the whole point of
problem,
the stream.
that
Don't ruin the
filter.
stream. You're ruining the stream. You're
I
already
know. Are
fucking.
you just gonna let him obfuscate like that?
You're just taking the whole stream over. That's all right. How's that? Right? See, I'm looking at the screen now. We're looking at the right screen.
I'm ad-libbing.
So, Stephen, Stephen in the bottom. What corner are you? Yeah, you're at the bottom. What
Yeah.
would you use? 5 labels to describe yourself.
Socialist, atheist, pansexual, somewhat privileged and incredibly gorgeous, obviously.
No, yeah, that would have been my first one. Like,
Right, he went very quick, David. So we're back to you now. You're 5th.
Oh, British, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna
There
go
you go.
British. Oh. Right, well, we'll go
English.
straight, male, agnostic, just to annoy Dave. Complicated, and a bit of an asshole.
assholes are
It's not
underrated.
necessarily a bad thing.
No, not necessarily a bad thing. What was your labels again, Maya?
I don't fuck it. I don't know. I'm Maya.
Yeah.
You know.
You said
Speaks
woman.
for itself.
Did you say colour? Did you say black? Do you not find that very much defines you in your country?
Yes and no.
If I was ever to describe you, the phrase I always to describe Maya for someone coming to talk to them or whatever like that is come in, they're great crack, they're a strong, black, powerful woman. They will just come in and have the banter with her. Like.
I don't know. African American is very much a part of my personal identity. I don't fit the stereotype well. I mean, you know, unless I'm angry, and then of course I'm that angry black woman. But as an African American, I think most people think about poor inner city, you know, what do you call it, Black women or the welfare moms, yada yada. I can't tell you how many friends I've had told me I wasn't like, oh, you're not a normal Black girl, or something along those lines. So it's not usually something that I throw out there myself. But when I think about other women that I've met along my socioeconomic group that also tend to be Black, then yeah, I am very stereotypical. But as an American girl, because you start to see things kind of fade away as far as the color spectrum goes. So I don't know. When I think about myself, I think I'm more all American girl. I don't think, typical Black girl. Even though, yeah, I do identify as Black. But again, if you were, I have white friends, I have Asian friends, I have, whatever, we all just kind of like fit together and blend, because we're in the same area. We have a lot of things in common. And I don't know. I think that listening to people's stories that are more stereotypical Black tend to get more of the hardships.
It has been going for so long, and bad news always spreads worse than good news. So if you're determined to spread bad news, you'll find an awful lot more of it than you will good news.
Yeah, and I mean, the media doesn't do people justice at all. So when people are like, well, you're not the stereotypical Black girl, and I'm like, well, why not? I think that if you factor in all of my, all the other things that goes along with me, that I'm very typical of, my boxes. But that's not what media shows, right? I'm not supposed to be educated. I'm not supposed to be out of the ghetto. I'm not, because that's not what makes for great, NBC primetime TV.
Yeah. Why watch the news unless you're looking to be depressed? Or find out about celebrities. You have to find out about what celebrities are doing, because your life isn't worth meaning unless this person that's been in a movie with X amount of money, who we label as a celebrity and have deemed their life important, we must know what's going on with them.
Yeah, I kind of wish people
obviously,
could tell the difference between TV and real life. That would be helpful.
Well, I mean,
like who the fuck's Billie Eilish? Does everybody know who Billie Eilish is?
Okay, so first off, it's Eilish.
There you go. See,
many times. But secondly, I mean, we have to know about who X movie star is, seeing on the weekends, in fucking locked hotel rooms, because as we know, if we didn't know that information, the world would burst into flames. So we have to know. It's just something that has to be out there.
Just to point out two things, Rab1 has just turned up in the chat. Long time friend of mine. His mother used to fucking babysit me when I was like that high. Rab was trending, I think, on in politics in Britain today. I don't know what he's done. And this is not a glass. This is a Metallica goblet, by the way. This is not. Yeah, who the fuck is Billie Eilish? Nobody knows.
Eilish.
Right.
I, and then Lish.
Right. Well, Maya, we're gonna put it on you now, right? Seeing as you don't know.
Wait, it's already been on me.
No, this is that fucking don't get
We're
ratty.
two Irishmen here. Why can't we talk about the lack of Lucky Charms in this stream?
All right, come on now, here. That's racist. All right, that's just racist.
It kind of, I do just want to kind of point out, it does kind of somewhat trigger the, some people who Discord calls with, when I tell them that we don't have Lucky Charms in Ireland. They're not a thing here.
You can buy them in the shop though.
American thing.
You can buy them in the shop,
It's sacrilege.
Yeah, but
they're
not
£6 a box because they have to be imported. It's insane.
What?
Yeah, but they're not
no.
you know what I mean? They're not a regular thing.
Wait, so the leprechauns finished making the cereal and they just immediately
over here we're more about Tony the Tiger and his Frosties.
Yeah.
Frosties rocket over here. Right, this is off topic.
Massively.
Massively.
No,
Maya.
no, these are total American stereotypes. You
Ma-
know, you have.
Seeing as you don't know
It's on
of rib,
TV.
right?
It's on TV.
Seeing as you don't know cider and port that well, apart from the fact that he's storing all of Ireland's Lucky Charms behind that door behind him, David, you do know. So how would you, since I described you, how would you describe then Mr. Worley?
Wait, am I describing myself
No,
now?
Maya's going to describe you, and then you're going to defend.
I was
going to
say.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to describe
Yeah,
David?
do what I did on you, you know?
Oh, I don't know. Like, you have a mustache, and so you must do porn. I don't fucking know.
No, but like, you know of David. He's been around a while. You got slightly excited when he came back on. So, you know, come on. Give a phrase, a paragraph, a sentence, whatever you're comfortable with. Describe David. What would you describe David as? I've never met him. Rib's never met him. We're coming into a hangout, you know.
I don't know. I mean, he seems... I don't know. Okay, so when I'm looking at David, I think that he must have been raised well because he's so well-mannered and even-tempered and calm, and I can't relate to any of these things.
British. Private school.
Yeah,
Right.
I can't quite hear
British, so
in the background all those children just clawing at the basement. Please help me out.
No, it's British, so his education is far superior to mine. So.
No, seriously, right? No jokes aside. You can't.
No, like I don't know what to say about Dave. Like I watch him, I respect him. If I saw him,
do you know what this means, David?
I don't
All
know
she
what I
has
think.
to say about you is bad stuff, and she doesn't want to tell the truth. That's what this means.
Right. Yeah, if
She's
we were
watched
in an
every
elevator, I would
stream
totally
I've
flush
ever
my
done.
purse. I don't know what's going on in the chat. How do you give me some stereotypes for David?
Right, we'll throw it out to the chat since Maya's
interesting.
doing Ask the Audience, right? We're asking the audience. Come on, give us a couple of words to describe
But
David from the people
here's
who
my
know
problem. There's way too many white guys out there for me to like have a like stereotype.
Racist again.
It'd be one
Racist
thing if you
again.
were like, it'd be one thing if you were like, hey, David's a Trump supporter, go. You know, but it's like, you know.
Right, there you go. Ox has been around for ages, and Ox knows nothing about you. You've been gone for that long.
What?
He's never even heard of you, David.
I actually should be ashamed of yourself.
And Ox does
damn
be
it, Ox.
everywhere. No, Ox is like a wee troll, but he's a nice troll. One of my favorite people.
I was thinking, MathPig, half your mods are David's mods. So, like, can't be that bad.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Right, well, seeing as David, defend yourself to that then.
I think. And am I allowed to elaborate now?
Please.
Can I just go off?
Yeah.
Oh, rant away.
Till midnight. I think the easiest thing to do, and the habit that we've got into for whatever reason, is that we are defining each other by immutable characteristics that we didn't choose. So we define each other by our nationality, our race, our sex, or whatever. Whereas we could be twisting that and be saying Dave is a podcaster, an author, a card game creator that we'll get onto eventually, those sorts of things, and that adds a color to somebody's description, whereas before it doesn't sound as personal, it doesn't sound as unique, and so what you're doing by describing somebody is that you're proving how well you know them. You're proving your relationship to them.
You don't have to prove your relation to him. You could never meet a person, get a first impression, and someone can ask you and go, your label of that person could be completely wrong, but you can say they're a fucking asshole and a racist. You can call them a Nazi. You can call them anything you want, you know?
Sure. So in that case, you'll be defining yourself as sort of more hasty in your assumptions. But I personally, if I were to try and define other people, I would always try to define them by the things that they chose or things that they had some sort of control over. I mean, let's not get into a debate about free will, but it's it's that's a minefield. But yeah, I don't find it's particularly productive to try and define anyone by something that they had no say over. Does that make sense?
I mean, that would be awesome if people could actually do that, right?
Yeah, it's not too difficult. I mean, you just need to know a little bit of information about somebody. I mean, so you could describe MathPig as a YouTube. If it's something like agnosticism, it might be something that they have considered, and therefore that was a far more interesting answer than just describing somebody as white or black or whatever. So you could say they're an agnostic streamer developing content for like-minded skeptics, questioning the unknown. Well, you could just make it
I like
more
that.
colourful
No,
than that.
no, I like that. Yeah, no, I give you. I'm appreciative of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
father of one.
I don't like
Maybe that wasn't a choice. I don't know.
It was totally accidental, although I'd wanted kids for 10 years. I swear to fuck, man, I knew I was having a weekend.
They're asleep.
Oh, no, she's on the other side of that wall playing with the dog, probably. I fucking told her to go to bed ages ago, like, but...
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, you said that. Those words came out of your mouth, but she's a toddler. So, like...
No idea who the fuck she was. No, definitely didn't.
Daddy, what's an accident? You.
I think we're Americans in here, damn it. I mean, it's lovely that everybody on the other side of the pond can just be, so open-minded and, about everything. But I don't know. Over here, people are much more prone to snap judgments, which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so much going on over here. You kind of have to do it. So, if I see someone who's elderly or who's, a certain color, I have to know, how PC or what type of PC I need to be around X, Y, or Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, like being PC. And I'm like, I don't know. When I hear people bitching about being PC, I'm like, okay, so you just like being an asshole? You just don't want to not be an asshole? Being PC is just about being sensitive to the needs of others. So if I'm around a short guy, I wouldn't, make cracks about his height.
Well, it depends. If you were in Ireland and you knew him for more than about 3 minutes, you probably would.
Well, my friends, absolutely. But, a stranger, you wouldn't do that to. Or,
no, not a complete stranger. 3 minutes.
Right. 3 minutes. Right. I mean, and you can do a lot of stuff with your friends, right? But that strangers just wouldn't understand. And I mean, there's a lot of that just innately that, and I did it accidentally, just in side chats. I was on Twitch the other day and I threw out the word Yahweh and 3 Jews like jumped on my ass and I'm like, oh, holy shit. Are you kidding me?
Jeff, check Discord. B, check Twitter.
But yeah, like if I do, like I don't know, I really don't think about religion, and so people ask me, I was like, "What are you?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm a thing that doesn't think about what they are. Like I just I kind of go through life and not thinking about shit, because it's ridiculous. But when I'm making jokes to the streamer, I probably, if I had known that there were 3 people who are very devout, Jewish. I wouldn't have made that. And it's just about not being an asshole. So again,
that's for your inappropriate chat comment, Stephen, you motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm used to this.
Or
I mean,
so now B's here, and B, I'm gonna apologize up front for misgendering you because I have a bad habit of doing that.
You know what? It's okay. So this is what's funny, right? So I talk to my cats because, people that are single and live alone talk to their cats. I think everybody talks to their animals. Yeah. So I got in the habit of coming home and saying, hi, baby, your mama loves you. And I was like, Mom, Daddy loves you. I misgender myself. It's okay. We all have to get used to it. Just habits, man. There's habits out there. So what are you talking about, assholes?
No,
that
we
we're
were
talking
talking about labels and stereotypes. And,
labels.
hold on now. Nobody
I'm
else
so
really.
glad I have an American.
Nobody else really knows here. Stephen probably as well as I would. So I'm going to take the table for Stephen. And then, Stephen, I'm going to give you the choice of either Jeff or B whenever you get finished, right? Stephen would be very politically driven, a little bit up his own ass, but not enough to think he's a cocky bastard, but enough to know he's an Irish cocky bastard. Loyal. Will sit up to fucking 4 in the morning and listen to absolute bullshit and fucking watch you cry your eyes out and just sit there and go, that's fine. You're grand. Don't worry about it. He's a good
Are
friend.
you talking about me again? You've done that with me.
Oh, shut up. I've done it with pretty much everybody here.
He's just saying words now. That wasn't even a sentence.
I'm allowed to. I said sentence or paragraph
Wait,
or whatever
hold
you
on.
feel comfortable
Real
with.
quick, Robbie. Real quick. Hi, Maya. How are you?
Hi, P. Haven't seen you in a while.
She
Goddamn.
thinks she runs. He thinks. Yeah, you think you run my
Aw.
channel? Hey, fucking.
No, but you do this on my channel. So hold on. David, we were just on Twitter and just talking, and here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see you,
Hello.
buddy. How you doing, Steven?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Good. Jeff,
No.
how's it hanging, buddy? Low and to the left?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, it's sharply dog legs to the left.
Oh,
I
okay,
probably
fair
need
enough.
to see a
That's
doctor.
better for the chicks anyways. Okay, carry on. I'll shut up now.
As long as I turn. Never mind. I'm not going to.
Stephen, defend yourself. Elaborate. What would be your points?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily actually disagree with kind of anything that you said. You know, I'm the only thing that I would kind of add to it is that I am very opinionated, and as like you, MathPig, definitely know, and as I'm sure the rest of the panel will get to know, it's pretty kind of like I can be extremely stubborn, and if you're trying to change my mind about something, you have your fucking work cut out for you. So,
I know.
Wait,
I
a
would
minute.
I would
So
flat out disagree with that. I've been on a stream with me, you, and Dave, and you put on a reactional video, and you had opinions, and me and Dave proved you were wrong at least 6 times, and you changed your mind every time.
Well, okay.
If
So-
proven correctly that you're wrong, you're willing to change,
Yes,
and that's a good
but
thing.
the
Oh, yeah,
kind
like,
of thing
you have
that like,
evidence.
like obviously, like, yeah, if you know, if you kind of give me the evidence or give me the data or whatever, then yeah, I'll fucking change my mind. But if it's
But I mean-
something on like what like we were talking about whether or not Billie Eilish was queer baiting, I'm just gonna be totally fucking flat out and honest with you. I just kind of agreed with largely a lot of what you said, just to make you shut up because it was annoying after a while. So there you go.
I just want to
Touche,
point
man.
out.
Well
that
done for your
a young-
comeback.
a
I'll at
young
least
man-
give you points for trying. It's not true, but points for trying on the comeback. Right.
a young Irish man who identifies as being stubborn and opinionated is hardly original, is it?
That is also true.
Stephen, though, and Stephen is
Or known
famous
for.
across the world. My friend in Thailand has known of Stephen. He's seen him on Modern Day Debate.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He also thought Stephen was older. So you need to get some oil of Ole out there, or oil of Ole, or whatever the fuck it's called.
What?
Stephen.
No, it's
Psychologically.
It's
I
the
don't know,
beard.
That's
It's
compliment.
It's the beard and the stern look on his face when he's talking to people. That's what makes him look. It
Right.
gives him authority. It's not old age. It's just
Yeah.
he's got
Authority.
authority.
Stephen, we will hand the floor to you then. Who are you going to pick on? Either Jeff or B?
Wait, can I real quick though, because
Bring it.
I don't know.
I'm
not-
trying to work
we're-
through everybody because we are limited in time tonight. We have
Well, we
45
just got
minutes.
2 new people and they're Americans, and so we know more about stereotypes than the rest of you.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, we do them better.
40 minutes and I gotta go. So yeah, let's do it.
I think we should let them talk. They're new. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they're
shut
going to
up.
get to defend themselves whenever Stephen
Oh.
picks on them and describes them in a paragraph, a sentence, or whatever he feels comfortable with. Maya.
Well, this is my first time meeting B, so I don't really kind of think that it would be like accurate.
Right, you
at
need to
all
sort
kinda
your
give-
fucking-
Dude, I am the last person you can ever
How
offend.
the- what
I
the-
just don't care what people think about me or other people like me or other people in general. It doesn't matter. Say what you want to say. You're not gonna. I'm not a little.
You're fine.
I get highly offended when people say what they want to say to B. So
Oh,
I
I love you too, Maya.
I can't believe
I'll
that
kinda-
B and
I'll
Stephen is
kind
the
of
first
pick on
time they're
Jeff for a
meeting.
bit. Well, I would just say that Jeff is he's very kind of he's very smooth talked. You know, he knows how to kind of, you know, like get his point across and stuff like that. I do think that he is the less superior sibling, but that's just my opinion.
Really? Because I've always viewed it the opposite. And I'm not saying
I'm
that 'cause
only
he's here.
fucking joking.
Because you know I don't lie.
Fuck, I was not being reaction.
I've always
I was
found Jeff to
expecting.
be more
I said that, like,
learned.
oh, fuck.
No. That's not an offensive to an American. I mean, it's,
No, we don't care. You gotta try harder
to
than
be
that, buddy.
fair, Them's fighting words, but
I'm just gonna point out it's not so much like as a twin and people knowing that aspect of me. It's the constant comparison that's slightly dehumanizing. But I see where you're going.
my favorite
People
is, like,
know us together. They know us as a set. So yeah.
Jeff.
Look, Jeff,
my
at
favorite
least-
is
Hold up. Jeff and B, as Maya says, are only on. Give them a chance to talk. So what we'll do is I'll give them the same opportunity that we had at the start, and pick 5 words, 5 phrases that you would use as labels for yourself. And since Jeff is having a very hard time being quiet, I let him go first.
Five phrases.
5 words or phrases, like,
Word.
you know.
a label, 5 labels.
Yeah,
5
5
labels.
labels
That
you
would
would give
label
to
you.
yourself.
Let's see. Crazy, opinionated, kind. I have been described as kind. Occasionally funny, greedy, and paranoid. There.
6.
It just-
I love the way
6.
paranoid was the 6th one. It was like I've
And
done
it-
5. I have to say paranoid as well.
Then you don't have to count it at all, do you? Or should you?
Ox just
well, you know,
described
I
as a
take
Christian.
away the learned thing again because now you don't even know how to count, Jeff. That was 6, not 5.
That's why
This
it's
is
paranoid.
why Steven thinks that I'm not the better brother, right?
Oh, God.
I don't actually think that.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I have to
I
say
have
real
so
quick
much
before I
regret
do
over
mine.
that statement.
Before
don't
I
have
do
to
mine,
regret
Jeff,
it.
I just want to say real quick that at least you don't have a brother that everybody thinks is absolutely crazy.
I love your brother.
Whoa.
Now,
I want to revisit that.
I love your brother, but that being said, I don't think he's absolutely crazy.
No, he's not crazy. He's
I
definitely not crazy. I spent a lot of time with him. I would know. I've known him since I was like born.
No, but people definitely think he's crazy.
Yeah.
He definitely has a very whimsical ideology. I'll put it that way.
It's way different, yes. But you know, I find it more interesting, and so I'll listen to him all day long because it's way more interesting than what any typical Christian spouts. So, you know, at least it's different.
7 months.
You know, it's not the
seven.
same shit we've been hearing for 100 fucking
I
years.
shared it with
Yeah.
everybody for fucking 7 months, at least 3 hours a week. Like, it was very interesting. So
Mhm.
B, before you describe Richard, what about yourself?
Myself, how would
5
I
words,
describe
5
myself?
phrases, and I'll give you one for free because a couple of weeks ago you were in a different spot than where you are now. So I'll give you one for free if you want a paragraph.
Okay, I will say for me, I don't know. The fluffy stuff. Let's start with fluffy. I'm kind, giving, caring, and overly considerate to everybody. I consider people before myself all the time. I would say I am also like, I don't know, I'm just like the dude. I'm like just one of the guys. That's who I am. I always have been. I don't know. I just go with the flow. Whatever people want to talk about, I don't care.
Are you saying you abide like the dude?
No, I don't abide. I
you
am
like a white
I
Russian?
am. Oh, I told you I'm overly considerate. If people want to do something, I'm like, sure, let's do that. What do you want to? Oh, sure, let's talk about that. I don't care. You know,
Well,
I'm
Lisa says
fine.
you're
I just
sexy.
enjoy hanging out with good people, so it doesn't matter to me. And besides that,
Well, you're at 5. Don't do a Jefferson and go over.
no, he told me I got one more.
Yeah, I
I
told
have
her she
6.
gets. Yeah, he
Yeah,
gets.
I know how
gets
to
6.
count. Yeah, I get 6.
I thought it was
B,
I should
Lucy
have
says
7
you're
because mine's probably bigger anyways. I'm sorry, what, Maya?
Lucy says you're sexy and alpha.
Yeah,
I
that's
am
actually
what?
funny. Right? Go on ahead.
I'm
Maya.
what?
Say that, Maya.
Lucy says that B is sexy and alpha.
Ooh, who's Lucy? Hey, Lucy, how you doing?
Lucy Luxor.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Lucy. She's great.
Lucy
I haven't
loves
seen her
you.
forever. Hi, Lucy.
And she loves Richard, apparently.
Yeah. No, Lucy's great. Lucy's beautiful and wacky and funny and fucking hard-headed, and I love it.
Can I tell
I
a
will
joke?
say, I
Can I-
will say though, on my opinions, I am hard-headed. I am hard to sway on what I believe and what I think.
On that comment,
That's
of
number 6.
that Maya pointed out about B being alpha. I think I can tell this. It's funny enough. It's something you told me once before. You probably, I don't know if you remember or not, but you once threatened. We were messing about and giving each other shit, and you were like, "I'll fuck you, and I can buy a cock bigger than any size you have. So you shut the fuck up."
Yes, and I will fucking bend you over, and you'll be my bitch. So watch what you say, bastard.
She's an alpha. He's an alpha.
Except you're like my brother, you know. So that would be incest.
Don't
so
men-
we're not
no,
doing
yeah,
that
you
anymore,
just
but-
made it weird. All right, you made it weird. Listen to my statement, and you made it weird. All right.
Oh, I love you guys.
Oh.
So on a positive note, I will have to say this, just for anybody that doesn't know, my doctor's appointment's on the 24th, and I'm gonna start all my shit this end of this month. So by the end of this
Very
month.
happy
So.
for you.
Thank you. I'm excited about it. Ben and I were talking about voices because he's starting to get the pube voice. And I was like, dude, I didn't even think about that. And he's like, what? And I said, man, my voice is really going to drop. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to start doing like sexy voiceover shit, like ASMR stuff. You know, I'm almost there. Just a little deeper, baby.
In a world.
Oh no, that's the you're the other way. No, I was going.
In a world full of turmoil and Christians, we trudge on.
You need to find out like who does like the local the political ads in your area, because when they need that quote unquote, they call it the voice of evil.
Oh yeah,
it's the person they use for the voiceover for the negative ads, and you can start doing that, like, you know,
right.
Senator John Smith hates Jesus, you know.
Why would he hate Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And Robbie's over here in the private chat, like telling me about his girlfriend who's been on my live stream with him, but he was so drunk and high he forgot. I just want to point that out.
I'm just making.
I know who your girlfriend is. She's great. She's quiet and she's polite and she's sweet, and I don't know how she puts up with you. And it must be those 3 things that help. So, congrats to you for finding somebody who's patient.
Fuck you. All right.
Fuck you too,
Fuck
buddy.
you. All right. Is it buy one get one free? I'll come in and get an even bigger one and then slap you with it. All right. Fuck.
Oh.
So David, I'm gonna hand the floor to you because I know
Guys,
you've
get a
been.
fucking room there, yeah? Jesus. Leave some fucking
couldn't take
sexual
this shit,
tension
man.
for the rest of
You
us.
couldn't take
Jeez.
this shit. I'd buy one of those like 24-inch big thick black ones and take them out with it.
The funny thing is, Stephen would even be afraid of your truck. It's too big for him. Like.
Yeah, well, I know. I do have a big truck. It's true.
Anyway, David, opening special guest back from the beyond. What have you been doing? I think you may have something you'd
Back
like
from
to
the
take
dead.
and tell everybody about.
Oh, sure. This is your like midstream advert, as it were. Everyone can go get a drink. So yeah, just as a quick update for people who have been expecting podcasts, particularly Maya. I've obviously moved to the farm, as I said backstage, and it's all very fun. It's all very lovely. I've been spending time making a card game, and it's a not safe for work card game that I thought, I know some people who have a similar sort of attitude towards sex, relationships, kinks, and what have you. And so it's just like this really fun game.
Why are you looking at me like that, David?
Cut off each. You know what I was about to say? I was about to say it's a really fun game where you can chop your dick off, and it's like I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there. B. I wasn't. Robbie asked. Can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted.
As a funny
If
side
anybody accidentally chops their dick off and it's a good size, I'll take it.
I was camping last week and there's shower blocks, and I had the daughter in the shower and we're showering and getting her clean and all from camping and stuff, and she goes, "Daddy, what's that there?" And I was like, "Well, that's why I'm a boy and you don't have them because you're a girl." And she was like, "I don't like that. You should get a knife and just cut that off. I don't like that."
Shit.
Okay.
So
I think it's
yeah,
a-
you
David,
can do
you
that
see-
without blood and what? Yeah, sorry, go, Jefferson. Go.
So you made a not safe for work card game, and you knew that you knew people online that were also a not safe for work kind of population. So you're looking to
Yeah.
roll this out and like kind of like product testing. Is that what you?
Well, he sent me all the links
much, yeah.
beforehand. He sent me all the links, website and everything. On like he's on the ball. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I mean all of that apart from the Kickstarter. But this is a proper thorough sort of,
Oh, a thorough.
planning of this. So this is at the moment like a Kickstarter for the Kickstarter. We've got 5 weeks, and then Kickstarter will be in October. And then once that's
Just
over,
move back from your mic ever so slightly, David. There, it just got a wee bit muffled.
Oh, sure. Well, that's good. Yeah.
There you
Is
go.
that
That's
better?
better.
Yeah, you got excited and got
Okay.
all close up to the mic and wanted to.
Ow!
Exactly.
Ow! My ear.
In a world.
In
So,
the world.
David, yes, in your face card game.
Yes. So I should say it's called, and I should have to go back to the mic for this. Growers and showers. If you heard that, I can't really say that.
That
out
sounds
loud
like that.
where I-
That
where I
sounds
am.
like growing in showers. What are you doing growing in showers?
I am going
Growers
to
and
type it.
showers.
Thank you very much.
Boom
mate.
ting. That's what it is. And there we go. And so it's all about
It does look like
basically
showers, though.
waiting
Thanks for
until-
that.
I know that's really annoying, but it's like the logo's good because then I can just copy that bit and it's
Maybe you
I
should
can be
call it
lazy.
growers and
Anyway.
blowers instead.
Oh damn it! I've done the artwork now. God damn it!
I'm just wondering, like
That's
you know,
Mark
it's like,
2.
so-
This is when
It's on
everybody
the
buys.
box, it's
No,
with
no,
the Chinese,
just
but-
write it down, and then when everybody buys the first one, this is for next year.
I'm just thinking it's kind of like a weird version of Truth or Dare. Like the showers are like, hey, all right, drop trow, and then yeah, okay, you win. And then the growers, it's like, okay, drop trow. Well, can you demonstrate anything? No. Okay, head first into the hedgerow.
I should elaborate.
Is
It is
Phoebe
purely a
still in
card
the
game.
chat? Phoebe, if
Just
you're
cards.
Phoebe, are you still in the chat?
Well, yeah, I can throw links down in the chat. Perfect. So yeah, basically, it's just it came about because I did a few games nights before I did the move, and they were really fun. And I didn't realize there were so many sort of like adult genre type card games out there. And so I just thought, hey, let's make a fun game. And it just developed, and it gradually just got dirtier and dirtier. And then it got to one point where we were testing the game, and I had some cards to fill out, just the written cards, like the action cards. And then I just threw a load of cards at my mates and just said, draw some dicks. And they just went ham. And they just went wild. And there was Yoda, and there was Papa Smurf, and all the wonderful designs that I'm not allowed to trademark.
You dress up a lot and go to
Um,
comic book conventions a lot, don't you, David?
I've never done that, but it sounds so much fun, you know. So yeah, that's going to be starting October. You can look at the Kickstarter. What I'll do, I'll try and find a link and throw it down into the chat if I may, for the website, and then from the website you can find everything: the Twitter, the Kickstarter, everything.
Yeah. Should I
So
end
feel free.
end it with
Questions.
something more exciting? Go on, give us a tease. Come on, what's one of the questions? One of the things? Come on, let us know why we need to buy this fucking thing. Don't just tell me to buy it because
It's
Well, it's
Okay.
called growers and showers. I thought that was.
I'm working on 2 taglines. So the first tagline is
Well,
is
here's a
again-
question I'm going to ask you.
Surely.
Here's a question, right? Growers and showers. We're talking about penises and innuendo, right? And it's very
Yes.
sexual, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse. So, are we aiming this at drunk, like people in university? Are we aiming this
Absolutely.
at orgies? Or are we aiming this? Where are we aiming this?
No, drunk parties. What would be called? Icebreakers.
Icebreakers. So
university
it comes out
crashes,
in
that sort of
October,
thing.
and it comes out in October, yeah.
You can get it on
And it's based in
Kickstarter
the
for October,
UK.
and it should be delivered by Christmas.
Right. So everybody in and around June and July over in the UK, look for the spike in STDs in and around where David lives.
Jesus.
That's how we know the game's working. If people are buying it, STDs are just going up through the roof.
Or sell every game with like a packet of condoms. You know, and people are like, oh.
See, this was okay. This was my thinking. I was going to, because I think there's another game that does that. It's like the not safe for work version of Unstable Unicorns or something. But we were gonna like staple it on the outside. Just be like, don't use this. So legally we're fine. But if somebody's stupid enough to use it and try and sue us, they can't.
Ah.
At this point, you might be something closer to like a passive aggressive terrorist. This is brilliant.
It's not Jay, it's Jeff Gurr. Gurr's in the chat giving you shit, Jeff.
No, yeah, no, it's not you. I'd like to think that my voice is deeper.
Ever so slightly. What time is it? Oh, we've loads of time left. We've got another 20 minutes. What are we actually going to talk about? Oh, yeah, labels and stereotypes. We haven't talked about stereotypes at all.
We really haven't. Like, you know, we got some Americans in here, and it's like you got scared.
No, like stereotypes over here is we've got fucking pikey. You know? If I said to you, pikey.
Chav.
Pardon?
Pikey?
No, a
what is
pikey.
Talking about,
Stephen would know on. Stephen runs away.
you're
Sorry,
talking about.
no, I'm still here.
You guys are talking about caravan folk, right?
Caravan folk, Irish travellers, gypsies. These are all stereotypes.
Wait, gypsies are real?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, there's actual Romani, and then there's Pikey. Pikey are not. Okay, so I don't know how to actually put this. Like, some Romani are Pikey, but
Not all pikey or
Pikey
Romani.
Romani. Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like,
I don't know.
no. The easiest way to say it is all kayaks are canoes, but not all canoes are kayaks.
Yeah. So you can kind of have the like caravan folk that are not necessarily like Romani and Gypsy culturally, ethnically, any of that kind of stuff. They're just sort of like from what I can tell, they're the UK equivalent of white trash.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, yeah.
In saying that,
totally
no.
have a
In
stereotype for
saying
white
that,
trash.
Jeff, right? In saying that, a lot of them do have money and make the choice that they're driving around in brand new cars and stuff like that. You know, so they do have money. They choose to live that way. You know, it's not something they don't like. A lot of them would have paving businesses because you can transport that stuff around with you. It's a one-time thing. You don't need to be around. You know. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I just know
In
an awful.
Ireland?
Well, fake Ireland up here or real Ireland down where Stephen is.
Wait, are you saying those are the only people that get stereotyped in Ireland?
No, I was using that as an example because you said over in America you have bad stereotypes, and I'm saying over in Ireland we have some bad ones as well.
Okay.
And using that as an example. Now, there is people who, whose fathers were gypsies or grandfathers were gypsies and have got a house and settled down and got a job and all the rest of it. And the only reason that you would know that that's where they came from is down to their accent. They have a very strong accent. Would Stephen agree with me and save me from being racist and back me up on this?
Yeah, no, it's like almost kind of perfect that you said it. One of my ex-girlfriends was a Irish traveler. I met her in college, so yeah, she's obviously kind of like broken away from the whole kind of thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a traveller anymore. She has a house, but it's like you're a Jew, you're always a Jew. You're an Irish traveller, you're always an Irish traveller. If you come from Ireland, even though you denounce all religion, you're either a Catholic atheist or a Protestant atheist. It's just one of those labels.
Yeah.
That's going to be stuck with you that I can't get rid of. Like, you know, it's.
What about stereotypes like chav?
Chav.
In the UK. Yeah. Does Ireland have that same one? I know England does.
Right. Go to Banbridge, man. Go to fucking Banbridge on a Friday night and watch all them fucking chavs drive around in their lowered cars. Banbridge is just one street with a fucking takeaway on two ends and like 4 off licenses and 6 pubs. And they just drive up and down this fucking street going, whoa, they're fake dump valve. Yeah, chavs exist over here, man. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But that would be a stereotype, though, right?
Oh, no. Well, this is the point I use stereotypes, right?
What do people think about like people playing up to a stereotype?
Right. Well, this is the idea of reason that I used stereotype and put it in with label. Because label and stereotype, I wouldn't say are the same thing or synonymous or anything like that. But stereotypes, Dave is in the chat, he just appeared again, is someone that I've had this conversation with. Stereotypes have their uses. Like that small conversation that was, 2 minutes long. When I said pikey, nobody knew what I was talking about. You said traveller, everybody did. And it matched what we call it over here to what everybody knows what it is because of that label, that stereotype, that idea. I wouldn't use the word theory in science, but you get what I mean. It's an encompassment. Is that the correct word?
And encompassing.
It is encompassing. Fuck, I'm useless. Of a collection of ideas. This sort of, even if they're only putting forth one or two of these traits, if you say that, you will instantly know what that trait is because of the stereotype.
I think it's interesting that between the UK
communication tool. Sorry, Dave. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was it. He just
Communication tool. What were you saying, Jeff?
Oh, okay. Sorry. When I first heard about the chav thing, it was a guy from Birmingham that was telling me the chav stereotype, basically think about Oasis at their height. That's kind of like a chav, these kind of guys. And I'm like, okay.
Maybe about 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, and I'm like, so are they and I'm trying to figure out there's probably no American equivalent. He's like, yeah, there might be. He's like, there might be a fashion victim or something like that. And I'm just thinking I'm like, but you guys think they're kind of out of touch or a little bit out of time? He's like, yeah, kind of. And I'm like, so kind of like white trash. He's like, no, those are pikeys. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, so he had no problem making the equivalence between pikeys and American white trash, but when it was chavs, he's like, yeah, no, chavs.
Chavs usually are walking around, they've got a car, they've got a gold chain, they're walking around in pre-marked versions of Adidas or Adidas or whatever you want to call it, but you need to have at least some amount of money to be a chav.
You're kind of muffled.
Yeah, you were kind of muffled there.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry, how's
your mouth too close to the mic, probably.
How's it now?
Okay,
that's beautiful.
That's clear. That's clear.
When you get when you have something to say, you go like this, and then it's like
Fabio, right? Does anybody know of Fabio? Fabio was out earlier, probably treating the wife to a lovely dinner, but he's here now, and he says the difference between stereotypes and labels is that you apply the first knowing the person, while
before you know the person.
Sorry, before you know the person. And knowing the latter after you've known the person. And then I called him a smart ass, and he says, is that a label? Yes, it is a label. And smart ass is another stereotype.
So when
stereotypes are a form of label, we give people I could see a child, that's a label. I don't need to know the kid to label them a child. I may have a stereotype about what a child is or does, but I don't know. I don't know. Labels, I don't know. I see stereotypes as a subset of labels. So, it's hard for me to say that.
See, but I don't think it's like that, because it's just like saying, somebody says, like I used to say, I'm a lesbian. That's a label.
Okay.
But I didn't stereotype myself in with the typical lesbian by saying that I'm a lesbian.
Well, you are attracted to women. So... And
Fuck
you're
yeah.
a woman, so
right.
It just meets the definition, right?
Right, exactly, and that's what labels are. They're they're easier. It's a one-word way to describe what someone is. A stereotype is like saying, well, all Irish guys are fucking drunks and all they do is fight. So now that's a stereotype.
Well, and that's actually true, but
kind of thing.
That's not the point. I know it's
that's
true.
The kind of thing about some stereotypes is that some of them are just true.
I don't fight unless you give me whiskey. Don't give me whiskey or I'll kill you. As long as I don't have whiskey, I'll be all right.
The problem I have with stereotypes is when it's a blanket. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. In every single group, you find certain things. You'll find assholes. You find prejudiced people. You find, unless we can get rid of them, which is mostly what we've done in our community. You find people that are okay with gay people. You find people that aren't okay with trans. You find people that aren't okay with somebody being black or white or whatever. That's just the way it is. That's just a matter of opinions. And that spreads all over the world. And there's stereotypes everywhere. And there's prejudice everywhere. And there's racism everywhere. Now, some places it might be lessened, but it's everywhere. And I say out of every 30 people, you're going to find one asshole.
B, can I ask you a question though?
Ask.
Okay, so I think, and maybe you'll disagree with me. I think this is kind of weird because it took me a while to realize this, but I think it's odd that, like, if somebody says that that guy, that man is gay, right? That just means that guy. Well, it depends. There's things loaded with that, right? That because there can be a pejorative associated with, especially when it's with men, right? But if you just take the word, it's a man who is sexually attracted to other men.
Right.
The distinction I think is weird is like if someone describes a woman as gay, right? It seems like at least in the United States that it just means it's a woman who is sexually attracted to other women. But when you say that woman is a lesbian, like all of a sudden it seems to carry in all these weird cultural artifacts and
absolutely.
There's all this extra baggage attached to it, which is just like, and it really doesn't mean anything. It's no different. It just means that, but all of a sudden lesbian has all this extra stuff hanging off of it.
Well, it's just like saying some guy's a fag versus being gay. Absolutely. And honestly, I've never liked that.
Demonetized. Just got demonetized.
No, it's okay. I'm coming out of the gay community into apparently
YouTube doesn't give a fuck who you are.
Somebody said to me, hold on. Somebody said to me the other day, so does that make you a straight dude? And I was like, I hadn't even fucking thought about that shit.
No. Yeah, you're
I said, I don't know, unless I find a cute little twink. Who knows? I don't know.
No.
Just don't expect his dick to be touched. That's all.
Gee,
anyways,
that's how that
double
goes.
demonetized. Now I owe YouTube money, right? Go on ahead.
But so
I don't think it works that way at all. I said that earlier.
Straight white man. Like, what's that
He stole your joke, dude.
Right, exactly. And that's why I said, hey, Jenna, remember you said you like older white dudes? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, I'm gonna be one. How you doing, baby?
That just makes you a creep.
No, that makes me honest.
Oh, yeah.
I would tear that girl up. But anyways, honestly, I love her to death and she's brilliant. But no, the point is that honestly, I don't even like labels. I don't like it.
Get them.
When people said to me, well, how do you identify? I'm like, B. But yeah, that's your name, but how you identify? I identify as myself. Because to me, hold on, because to me, as someone who is comfortable in their own skin, right? It's not like to you guys, we don't go, oh, are you straight? Nobody does that, I don't, to me, it's normal. Just like it's normal to you guys, whoever's straight in this environment, it's normal to me. So I don't like saying, oh, I'm gay, I'm a lesbian, or I like girls, or I'm just me. So I hate labels and I've always hated using it, but I had to, because otherwise than that, you get a huge 1 hour conversation about what you like and what you don't like. And it's easier just to go, all right, I'm a lesbian. Fuck. It's just easier. But I don't like labels at all. I try not to label anybody, because even if you slap a label, let's say you slap lesbian on every lesbian, that doesn't mean they're all the same. Some lesbians will date really femmy guys that identify as either they're M to F or they're non-binary, and they'll date those people because they don't see them as men, because they don't identify as men. So now is that person still a lesbian, or are they bisexual? Because the guy that's now identifying as a she is not a man anymore. So then they're still a lesbian. But you can't slap a label on everybody. You just can't.
You see, when it comes to circumstances like that, it's more of a spectrum. It's very easy to say that. It's very easy to say that car's black, that car's white, that's a motorbike,
right?
That's got 3 wheels. Certain things like that are very simple to say. We can easily say that the only reason I bring Stephen on is for sex appeal. There's things that we can say that are definitive, but
right.
Like autism and the learning spectrum and the trans and, these are spectrums. So having labels makes things very, very difficult. Again, with religious retrospects, with people talking about religion and stuff like that, one particular label, you could throw naturalist at me and it would stick quite well. But then there's other shit and things like that I've experienced and can tell you stories about that would lean, oh, well then you must be this. And it's like, no. I would
see. Yeah, I don't like that shit.
But then that falls to personal testimony. But everybody has personal testimony. Everybody has their own life experience. Everybody grew up a different way, in different worlds, knowing a different family being a different world, so to speak. You know what I mean? Different schools and stuff, but everybody had unless you grew up, especially in this community, unless you grew up the fucking street. Me and Stephen would be the closest who would agree on a lot of slang and stuff, and we would understand each other by these certain terms that we would use. David would probably get maybe about 70% of them that I would say, maybe about 50% that what Stephen would say, you know. And Maya and B and Jeff are like, I seen that in the movie, I know what you're talking about, or whatever. There has to be an outside influence that would have brought it in, you know. There's not growing up with it. It's, you watch Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, and now you know what a pikey is.
It's
Fabio's quote.
Pardon?
Can I read what Fabio
Snatch
says?
deals with pikeys. I don't think like stuck two smoking barrels. I'm sorry.
Fabio said labels can be useful. It's just that everybody thinks it's a special case and they don't want to be associated with others in general or others that are idiots that they know that fall under the same label.
Okay, I was going to say something, and I'm glad I listened to you talk first, B, because I was going to say something that was probably going to come off as kind of crass, but yeah, I was going to say something like labels, you know, like, oh, I kind of like labels, like I can play in labels kind of thing, but I'm a white cisgender male, you know, in Western society. I can kind of like dip in and out of certain things, and they don't have to actually stick to me. Labels, though, that like attach to people, especially for groups of people where they can't shed that label and they can't redefine that label and they can't do anything about it. It's just a weight around their neck, and that's nothing that anybody ever wants to have to deal with. I think if you end up having to, you know, say anything about any group of people, they just want to be accepted at face value as being a human being in front of you for who they are, and not trivialized and compartmentalized.
Wait a minute, we're all human beings? Throw my whole theory out of the water. That's it. I'm all fucked up now. I don't know what to do.
Some of us are cyborgs, you know.
I went too mushy. Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, and I agree.
Say, yeah.
And that's the problem I have with all this shit, all the prejudice, all the racism, all the hate, it's fucking stupid, man. You know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you don't like gays, don't marry a gay. That's it. All you have to do is just don't marry one.
I think
the rest of it doesn't fucking matter.
As like
B for president.
Kinda,
that
like,
was simple and true.
Oh yeah, you got my vote.
Just to like,
I'm serious.
just
I can fix so much shit, but you know, I'm
Steven,
not rich,
sorry,
so.
go on
No,
ahead.
they won't let you.
Just to properly crush your whole thing, Jeff. I am no longer a human. I am now part android because as of today, I'm now fully vaccinated. So as we know, I'm just beaming off 5G energy.
That's
buddy. I got one in each arm, so I can have 5G in both directions for my friends I'm hanging out with.
I cannot wait to the 28th because me and Stephen will be able to like walkie-talkie each other. Just go.
I just wanted to say,
hey, honey, do we need ice cream?
Congratulations! If you just got your second dose, that means I think your booster shot is sometime in March or April. Yeah, I think mine's going to be in December
6 to
at
8
this
months.
rate.
No, mine's in October.
Student Dr. Ben, if you're going to jump in, you've literally got like 4.5 minutes to get in and say hello.
I love the clock you put on this, Matt.
The reason I put the clock on this is exactly what I'm about to share in the chat. Phoebe, as in the wonderful Phoebe J. Rose, who I can't stand and she hates me. And all we do all the time is give each other shit.
Mutual hate's okay.
Oh yeah. We've agreed. Yeah. You know, we love to hate each other.
Yeah, you agree to disagree. Yeah, that's fine.
Right, there's going to be no room for the camera for Ben, but you're there.
There's my little bro.
Hey,
what's up, man?
I just got home, but I at least wanted to say hi.
Right, we're all going there. Oh, for fuck's sake, Dave got in before me. We're all going in there because Dave got in before me. We're all going over there after this. So how many people have we got watching this? 17 people watching this. If I don't see at least 15 viewers on Phoebe's, whoever doesn't turn up there, I'm taking your moderator status, wiping all your piggy points. Here you go. No love. All right, everybody has to go over to Phoebe's.
Hey guys, I have a stream I have to be on though, so I can't be there. And tell Phoebe wherever you are out there, I am very sorry.
There you go. So she's ran off. He's ran off. You're not part of here anymore. You're not part of the pigsty.
Don't be.
You can't kick me out of the pigsty, bitch. I am part of the pig. I'm like a post in the fence, motherfucker.
You're the piece of shit we can't get off that fence. It's
That's
just
right.
fucking
I am
stuck
like
on there.
I'm like the fucking four-tong, shit. SHIT. That's me. I pick up the
so
shit.
go-
I hold in the
go watch
shit.
Phoebe, and then come to Beers and Bros after.
Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Wait, who's
Ben and I
hosting
are going to
Beers
be
and
doing
Bros?
Beers and Bros. Ben and
I'm
I
hosting
are on
Beers and Bros.
Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Who does Beers and Bros?
Ben
Student
and I
Dr.
do.
Ben, not Student Dr. Lupus. That's not my actual name.
Yeah, no, it's actually Student Dr.
I
Ben. But
genuinely
everything's
thought,
lupus, so.
when I looked down, I
Twitch.
knew it was you, and I was hoping to see pee pee poo poo.
No,
Alright.
yeah.
Pee pee poo poo. Pee pee poo poo. Right.
Student Dr. Ben, what's your is that your YouTube channel, Student
That's
Dr.
that's my YouTube and my Twitch are both the same.
All right.
You can also, if you guys ever like, oh, I can't find him in some other platform, just look up Student Doc Ben instead, and that's the two names you're gonna get.
All right.
Yep.
For everywhere. My little bro. Don't you
Yes.
mess with him.
I will try to do that. I'm going to get going because I'm about to do a quick Darth Dawkins review video.
Really, really, I
Well,
am
that's okay.
shocked.
I have to go anyways. No, seriously, I do have to go. I have to get over to the Shill show. So I love all you guys. Thank you, MathPig, for inviting me on. David, it was nice.
I didn't invite you on. You tortured me for a link. There's a
Talking to you.
difference.
Stephen, it was nice meeting you. Jeff, you know I love you.
B, I love you too.
Ben, I'll see you soon. And Maya, you are absolutely beautiful. Don't change, sweetheart.
Hey, I will be in. I'll try to see all of everyone.
Bye, everybody.
And then I threw. I got Student Dr. Ben's Twitch.
There we go. We got Student Dr. Ben on screen. And Phoebe, if you're still in the chat, the moment you go live, we will end. So, yeah, we'll keep it going right up to you go live. I've got you open. Oh, wrong one. That's
Yeah, I just
Live in
I
5.
just liked the video. I'm in the chat over there.
We've got 5 minutes,
just
folks.
wanna-
We have 5 minutes. So, there you go.
Alright.
5 minutes.
I just
No.
want to say, MathPig, I've a little bit of a bone to pick with you, right? Because you've been giving me shit for the last like however many months about having that fucking box right there in my background, and not once have you mentioned that fucking ginormous Samsung box in Maya's background. I just want to point that out. Just want to point it out.
Right.
Wanna-
No.
wanna get there?
If
Wanna
I
do
can
that?
say, I did notice it the very first time, and then I was trying to judge actually by the length of the sofa, and that's what, 60-inch?
No, it's 70.
Oh, Maya. Yeah. Size
Yeah.
queen.
I know.
Why?
No, that's
No
my
one can
daughter's.
see my background.
She made me buy it for her for Christmas, but she doesn't move out until October. So it's just like taking up space in my office.
So you just have to just like leave that there until.
But yeah, it's
I
just hanging out.
yeah, until like I can get a man to pick it up and take it out. I mean, it's not.
It doesn't look light.
Yeah, it's not light. It's not light.
Well, like it's 70 fucking inches, like so. Yeah, it's not gonna be.
Right, moving around the room. Student Dr. Ben, you've only just joined. So before we jump over to Phoebe's, I will give you the same questions that you didn't see anyone else ask. And I will say, in 5 words, phrases, labels, describe yourself.
5 words.
5 words or phrases, five labels.
Okay. Trans. Nerd. Bro. Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
And
Better say the G word.
what G word?
You're going to get kicked off in October, but the G word. You're only...
Oh, gloves.
Gloves.
Makes-
It's all about...
Okay, yeah.
Gloves.
Like-
What did I miss?
They're all missing out. Dr. Ben, before it gets shut down, has an only gloves site. You just have to go and check it out. It's missing
Tons of mice got me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only gloves. That's interesting. Is that like an OnlyFans channel?
It
Very
is an
nice.
OnlyFans profile, but it's
Ben
literally
hates me right now.
putting on exam gloves and snapping it in front of the mic.
Well, I mean,
Is that
that's
like-
all it's going to be in a couple of months anyway. 'cause there's lots of porn on it, so
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
just going to
I
be
mean,
every profile in a little while. You just
Yeah.
got there early.
You
Oh, that's it.
pioneer.
It's funny because it's dark.
Yep.
We have 2 minutes left, so come on, fill this space, people. Oh yeah, shit that I've got going on. I don't know, Germania is going to send me a message. I have to reach out to the Tart Boys and have a conversation there. A couple of Christians I'm talking to as well. I have to get the Blessed Bible Club on. Jeff, you would know of the Blessed Bible Club, Bruce, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we
I know of
misjudged
them.
our timing last week, and he wasn't to come on, so hopefully I'm going to get him on next week. And Bruce is good. I like Bruce. Old school.
Student Dr. Ben, I subscribe to your channel, so hopefully I will show up to your after thing at 9, I think, that you said you might be
On
might be
Twitch.
doing.
It's on Twitch.
It's on Twitch.
Oh, it's on
Yeah.
Twitch. Ugh.
But you
Twitch.
can go watch my Answers in Genesis debunk that I released today.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
It's
All
part
right.
2 of my Answers in Genesis debunk.
I'm over 40, so I'll try to figure out Twitch. It might take me another month. But
So,
I'm-
Jeff,
I'm-
you were
I'll
saying,
figure it
what Darth thing have you got going on this, yeah? I
Okay,
was
so
looking at
Tom
your,
Rabbit-
I was looking at
Tom
your,
Rabbit did Tom Rabbit did a video about 3 weeks ago where he biffs it with an argument with this guy named Hyunjin. I don't know who that
what
is.
I'll do is
But I'm
I'll
gonna-
end it,
I'm gonna
right?
watch-
I'll end it now, and I'll give everybody a chance to go over to Phoebe's. Shout out your thing, Jeff, and then, because...
Okay, go to Phoenix.
Go on. Oh, who hasn't been on? Who hasn't talked? Maya doesn't do anything. Stephen, did you get a chance?
David needs time to talk.
David, shill your penis game.
Do I? It's really good. It involves Hitler and
Oh yeah, definitely
Threesomes.
demonetized now.
What, your game has penises and Hitler? Why didn't you lead with that, man?
doesn't every game have this?
What Monopoly game do you be playing, man, when you're 11 with penises and Hitler? That's fucked up. Talk to your parents, all right? On that note, shout out to everybody who contributes to the channel. Thanks all the people who watch all the time when we talk a load of bollocks. Thanks everybody who comes. No pun intended. That only gloves. All the
It's not a
Patreons,
pun
all the
when- it's not
members.
a pun when David says it.
Everybody, thank you very, very much. I have one more name to add to the Patreon. Nice new member there. Regius has become a Patreon. I have to put their name in the video. But other than that, yes, Phoebe just ended. We're going to run the ending video. So, everybody over to Phoebe's. But watch my cool outro first. It's not that long. It's only like a minute. And on that note, everybody, don't forget to think for yourselves, people. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and they just went live.